Okay, so quick trade recap or recap of two trades. Um, I took a nice win here and one break even, which almost was a win, so it kind of edged me. As you can see here, my TP was 45, and then it just reversed and decided to go somewhere else. But I think we will just do the first trade, which was a break even. So we had a nice trend here. We broke that. Now then, I was looking for a Model 4 to happen. Um, and yeah, we had a very nice break here, very thin uptrend. So very good RR also. Not very good, but um, I would say a small trend is better for a good RR. Had it down there, and I entered about here. I had a limit order, but I entered with two contracts here already, and then I enter with another three, or a limit order, I would say. And then I had my TP right before that 45. And my no, it actually was a very good RR, 2.5. And yeah, my rule is that when price is at 75% of my TP, I will move my stop loss to break even. So I did that. As you can see, worked out pretty well. Now, in the end, it just went down. But yeah, nothing you can do about it. But I'm still happy. Um, these things happen. But second trade, which was a win, but I kind of um, only made I think 0.5% on that because I did not risk a lot. I was very careful with that. Now I love mall eights, not eights, man, eight with an S, um, because you have a clear target and price is really just drawn to that target, so he really wants to hit it and makes it a lot easier to trade. But you just need a retracement where you have somewhat of a good RR and then you just enter. In this case, um, the problem was that we already reacted to it. Went to the charts a little bit later that day, that moment. I would have probably had my yeah, I probably would have had my limit at around this level here, and probably had my TP here. So that would have been the trade. Um, these levels here seem to work pretty well with mul 8s, but in this case I entered around about here. I don't know. I think I did not wait till the candle closed. Then I put it around here, so that was the trade. Um, yeah, it was very simple. Like I didn't give a shit about none of these trends or whatever. As you can see, we were actually overextended by. No, we were actually not overextended. In this case, we were overextended. Okay, so as you can see here, we retrace kind of in that. Normally, I would wait for retracement in here and buy, or normally would actually break it to the downside. Um, but as I said, mul 8s are different. Like that's why I'm super comfortable taking these continuations. They work pretty well. I think I have a pretty good win rate on mul 8s. Think let me actually check. Notion. Let me actually check it. Okay, I just checked. I had 70. I have a 75% win rate with mul 8. I thought I actually had a higher one, like 85 or so, but yeah, I'm sure this will get better and better the more I take them. I did not take these that often, um, even though I could. Like, let me just yap a little bit more, because there was actually a lot kind of like to talk to or talk about. Um, like in this case, we had a pretty shitty overall structure. Um, overall, this is a weird kind of structure, as you can see. And yeah, I was very fortunate to find this nice trend here. First of all, I did not even think that it was a trend, but then I looked closely and I saw this. I saw these almost equal highs, so was a nice trade, obviously. Um, yeah, as you can see, that's a clear trend. Obviously, you only need 3 points for a trend to form. In this case, we had kind of like five-ish, I would say four clear ones, and then yeah, the rest were not. Now the only thing is that I kind of like thought about was if it was such a trend or if it was the trend that was calculated by the computer. In both cases, all 8 still occurred, so I was very happy. Not very happy, but I was sure that I was safe, kind of like if you want to say it that way. And as you can see here, it reacted very nice, so it kind of makes me think maybe the computer is actually right. Now, unfortunately, I would have taken that. I mean, if a Model 4 or Model 3 occurs, whatever, no Model 4 occurs, you can always take previously, you can always take a Model 8. Now, in this case, I was very late again. Like, I would have taken that 100%. Would have probably had limit order as soon as that candle closed about here. I don't know if it would have hit it, but that would have been a trade for sure. Yeah, that would have been a trade for sure. Also, what I've seen was, yeah, no, that was actually also on gold, which was, I think it was this one. That was a nice trade trend. I'm just leave that because I need to journal that. No, I can, whatever. As you can see here, that was about that. Let me just check. Was that one? Yeah, you can count that as yeah, sure, sure. So what you could do is, or what you could have done is, you could have taken that, put it to here. No, no, okay, hit it already. Yeah, okay, my bad. But in this case, this is a good trend here, as you can see. Okay, not the nicest, but I'll take it. In this case, which is really just dumb. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give up in this case. Yeah, the smaller trend is, the harder it is to trade it. Except you are like on the 5 second. In this case, we had another one, so you can just literally trade Mall 8 all the time, and have a pretty good reward here. I'm gonna tell you that. So if you see something like this, clear push up, and we are pushing up, then you're just gonna enter when it breaks it. Like pretty simple. If you have a structure, you're overbought, you probably want to have a limit somewhere. In this case, you can just freaking push the buy button as soon as it shows it to you. This case, this is not a nice trend. I would not take that anyways. This case, as you can see here, we're ranging. Now we break that to the upside, limit order about here, and I'm just guessing the TP is about here. Okay, and then I would have put, yeah, that's gonna be a 1-to-1, but if it's a win, I will still take that. Let me just check it. Yeah, I mean that's more than enough. Yeah, 1.5 should be possible. Okay, so you can only literally trade these Mall 8 so often. I'm sure if I would be in front of the charts like 5 hours a day, I would take 50 trades, or maybe 20, maybe 20 trades. Yeah, 50s. I would not take 50s. But yeah, in this case also, as you can see, I'm yapping too much. It's already 10 minutes. But this is just for me to learn, so I'm comfortable. I just don't want to watch that all the time. This case here, depends on how you draw the trend, right? But in this case, this would be probably smaller than if I would draw it by myself. Like I would probably put it down here and all that stuff. So we would duplicate that. Let me just actually do that. See what would happen. So I had that, and then you would duplicate it about here. So as you can see here, this did not touch it, and I'm very precise with that. If it did not touch, it still counts as an untouched 50%. And then in this case, what you would do is, for example, draw it here. That will be, no, I would probably actually would have put a limit here, and then my TP would have been down there. Now, if I would have been a lucky one, I have my TP about here. This is what I normally do. Mall 4s, I would not really put it, and Mall 4s, Mall 8s, I would not really put it at the line here, because if it reverses and does something like that and ranges, then you would be happy that if you put your TP a little bit shorter, a bit higher up, because in the end it's gonna hit that, but the question is when it's gonna hit it, and that's very important. As you can see, like, it didn't even hit it here, it hit it here, right? So that would have been your TP. Okay, so time is also very important. And obviously, if we had a Mall 6 breakout, then the TP would probably not change, or it would not change that much. So depends. But yeah, pretty good, pretty easy, pretty nice and slow day actually. Nothing much to talk. In this case, we might actually also get a Mall 8. We do actually. Yeah, we do actually. Very nice. Okay, let me actually analyze that too. Oopa. Can do it. Yeah, again, a Mall 8 here. And now we can see that we already broke that. So now you just need some levels. Okay, so I would probably have a what time it is it? We have some levels. Maybe up here is a level. Maybe up here. Because in this case you just want to take a sell. Just don't want to wait for a perfect entry, because you know it's gonna hit it at some point. Here again, Mall 8, limit order. Now we're just ranging and we have low volume, so I'm not gonna trade that. But yeah,